Good morning, world, and welcome to Reiki with Christopher Kermie. My name is Chris. My nickname is Kermie. That's what my friends have been calling me anyway for the last 15 years. You can call me Chris or Kermie or Christopher Kermie. That is your preference and none of my business. How's everybody doing today? First of all, before we begin, I'd like to take some deep breaths with you. So let's say, oh, sorry about that. Let's say about 3 belly breaths. Deep in the belly so you can feel it in the diaphragm. Come up. 1. Okay, thank you. I like to start off with some belly breaths to begin because that is just good for the soul. And I like to also introduce you to Shira. Like I said at the beginning, welcome to Reiki with Christopher Kermie. And what I do with these videos is I share Reiki energy with you. And for those who aren't sure what that is, or maybe never heard of Reiki, Reiki is energy healing, and we gather the energy that is surrounding us all over the place and direct it towards the healing. And I, Chris, aka Kermie, is just a conduit of that energy, somewhere to focus, a tool to focus that energy. So how I like to begin my videos, well, first take a sip of yummy coffee. And so what this is, by the way, I think I introduced you before, this is Shira, my singing bowl that I use for my Reiki treatments. Don't you just love that? Anyway, so what I do is I have 5 decks of cards in front of me, and I wave my hand and feel the energy of the deck, and I pick that deck and shuffle it, and whatever card we end up with today is the card I share with you guys, and then I'll do some Reiki with you. So, we are hovering the hands over the deck of cards now. What? Ooh, and they're getting warm. That's what happens with my energy. My hands get really warm. And right now, I feel this deck right here. I call this deck my butterfly deck. Honestly, because I forgot what the name of the actual deck of cards were, and there's butterflies on the back of each one of them. So what we do here is do a little mix up. I don't shuffle. Never really learned how, but I think mixing up is good enough for me. So there. Take that to the bank, folks. Okay. So our topic of discussion today will be study. Let's see what it has to say about studying, shall we? Study. Spirit has his own special way of letting you know that it is time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This opportunity to expand your mind. All right, well, let's see, where can I start with this topic of studying? Well, let's start off probably about, just go back in time for a minute, shall we? So this was about 7 years ago. I got introduced to Reiki. And where I got used to, or introduced to Reiki, I should say, at the same time I actually got used to yoga, or got introduced to yoga. So I should say that was a big pivotal change in my life now that I'm reflecting back. So 7 years ago, I was in drug and alcohol treatment. And yeah, 2018. And somebody at that 1 month treatment facility was a Reiki master. And so us clients in the treatment center took turns getting Reiki throughout the month. It's finally my turn, and I really enjoyed the experience and was very curious about it. So, when I was done with treatment, I was able to study Reiki and changed my life. It absolutely has changed my life and continues to do so. So, say after treatment, I went to seek out another Reiki master so I can get more treatment and experience done. So, after a while, in my hometown, Everett, Washington at the time, town, not my hometown, I'm from somewhere else. But anyway, that coffee's good, FYI. Anyway, I found in my hometown where I could get my Reiki training. So it's like, freaking A. That's a blessing, and I think that was my higher self going, there's something for you to study, Chris. Go for it. So, fast forward a bit, about 2 years later of training, and there was a group of us doing it, so it was great. We got to do Reiki exchanges, learn how to do that, learn how to move that energy through the body. And I had a Reiki training partner in my class, so it was great. We not only did it hands-on in the same room, but I also learned how to do long-distance Reiki. And oh my gosh, like I said, it has changed my life. And not only have I learned that, like I said, I also got introduced to yoga in treatment. So ever since then, I've been practicing yoga. And these are just a few examples, I think, of studying and learning something new. You know, and another great example, probably about 5 years ago, I got out of the line of work I've been doing for 20 years, and I was just sitting in the kitchen being a dishwasher. So I wanted to expand. It was time. I got tired of just doing the same thing over and over and over again, as they say, expecting different results. But I guess I had fear in my body for many, many years to move forward and gain that self-confidence within myself to move forward. So like about 5 years ago, I decided to quit the restaurant job and look for something different. And today I'm still doing that same thing. I checked out an assistant living job, and I absolutely freaking loved it. You know, serving people at work and getting paid for it. Win-win. So that's a congratulations to me. All right, Shira, I know you get excited. She gets excited very well. Anyway, so I'm still working assistant living. And speaking of learning something new, 4 years later after I got my first assistant living job, for years now I've wanted to try something different and move, like I said, try something different. And I wanted to move that to the next level and try something different. So I left state for the first time in my life and moved to Oregon, which where I am now. You know, doing great, loving the different scenery and the different experiences. Now it's time for that next level. I'm just recently got a job probably a month ago and looking for more hours. Right now they're not giving me a lot of hours, but I'm giving it a chance, an opportunity to keep on talking to my boss, blah blah blah. But anyway, back to the reading. Study. Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in new ways, learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. So when I have these extra hours, I got hobbies. I do artwork. I'm a photographer. I'm a Reiki master. So at least I do got these wonderful things to fill that void in my life. But this is life on life's terms. In today's society, we need blah, blah, blah. Money, 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 money. So I am currently studying new ways to get that. My goal is to rent a space so I can do my Reiki and find new clients in my life and get connected that way. But I needed money to do that even. So, you know, that's just the way life is and has been for a long time. So, without further ado, I just want to share that, you know, this card is great. If you feel stagnant in your life, learn something, you know, because I felt personally stagnant for many, many years until I started learning something different. Going in my Reiki classes, learning that, doing my artwork, continue and expanding that. So there's lots of things I have in my life that I can expand and learn and study. There's lots of things I want to do. I have plans. So, you know, that is going to be ongoing, and that's great. Something to always continue to feel that, to experience more, to find that joy in life. Study how to get there. That's also sometimes what I do. There's tools in my life today that I have that. But you know what? I had to study for it. I had to find it myself. And that is part of the journey in life today that we get to do. We get to experience those things on our own. We get to find those things on our own. And that's excitement in itself, really. So without further ado, you guys ready for some hands-on Reiki? If you don't want to, you don't. With this, you don't even have to put your hands to the screen. I'm going to put my hands to the screen, and if you're in the same room, you should be getting that benefit of love, healing, and etc. So, without further ado, I want you guys to study something. That's my challenge to you, is find something to study, find something new. Go on an adventure. Here you go. Let me move it a little closer. So, like I said, what Reiki is energy healing. And all this energy in the room around my space, I collect it, and I'm just the tool, the conduit, to send it to you guys. And right now, like I said, my goal is to get a space for Reiki. So right now, if you're local, I can come to you. Or, like I shared earlier, I do long distance as well. And if you guys are interested, message me and we'll talk about it, okay? I love what I do, and I love sharing with you guys as well. It's great, because I found that as a passion of mine. It's my way of being of service, a way of many. Once again, take a few deep breaths, belly breaths. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you guys have any questions, message me. Please like and subscribe to the video. If you have any comments, you can comment down below as well. You don't have to message me, but if you'd like to connect and find more about Reiki or become a client yourself, message me. Let me know. Be happy to connect with you. Just one more second. Feeling that healing energy for you. There it is. I love you guys. Have some Shara. Oh, I like that. I think I was reflecting back to the beginning of my video, and I like that. I think I will start with some deep breaths and end with some deep breaths. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for receiving. Peace, love, and talk to you soon.